If a Jehovah's Witness or a Muslim ever says to you, this is a mistranslation, the Word was God. That's a mistranslation. You need to see our New World Translation. Or the real version is buried in a temple somewhere beneath the ruins of Jerusalem. And you got it all wrong here. And what it should say is, the Word was a God. The Word was a God. See, there's no article there in the Greek. See that? Now, here's what you should respond. I'm going to tell you in about 5 minutes. But there is a way for you to respond without knowing any Greek at all that's not true. Okay? So hold on, because I want to put that in connection with the last point. But I'm very keenly aware, I've talked to so many over the years, of where they're going to take you right away if you respond to this sermon positively and worship Jesus. Because they think, Jehovah's Witnesses do, that he was an angel and was created. Number 3. So, if a Muslim or a Jehovah's Witness, both of whom are Arians, say, you got this translation wrong. It really shouldn't say the Word was God. It should say the Word was, well, godlike or a God, and a great prophet, a great angel, and then God used him for great things. You can know that's not true just because of verse 3. You can show them this. It says in verse 3, first, all things were made through him. Now you might think that's enough right there. That's enough. He's not a creature, he created creatures. Isn't that enough? All things were made through him, but they will surely say, well, not really, because when it says all things were made through him, of course, the one who made all things is excluded from the all things and is himself then made. And you might say, just on the basis of that, well, it's not obvious to me that he's excluded from, that he's not the one who makes creatures rather than being in the all things made. Because it doesn't look like he's in the all things made. He made all things. If it were just left at that, you'd have an argument and you'd go on and on. He didn't leave it at that. He went on to say this, and without him was not anything made that was made. Why did he do that? Why did God inspire him to repeat himself and then add, without him, nothing was made in the made category? If he's in the made category, he had to make himself. If you don't exist, you can't bring yourself into being. I don't think you need to know any Greek. You don't need to go to Thomas, though that might help. Hebrews 1 might help. Romans 9 might help. Colossians 2 might help. The deity of Jesus Christ, the godness of Jesus is pervasive in the New Testament, but all you need to do is push with all your might on verse 3 and say, I think the way verse 3 is constructed, without him was not anything made that was made. Everything in the made category, angels, whatever, he made it. So he can't be in that category. End of argument. See you later. One little thing you might try with Jehovah's Witnesses at the door, because I don't think we should play games. I think we should care about their souls. I don't think they're believers. I don't think they're Christian. So my tactic now, I've done this for years, and ring the doorbell, have their magazine, whatever, and I say, I think I understand where you're coming from. I've talked to Jehovah's Witnesses a lot. I'm a Christian who believes deeply that Jesus Christ is not a mere angel and that He is very God, a very God. I know you don't believe that, so I don't want to get into a discussion, but I would like to pray for you. And if you would just bow with me, let's ask Jesus to come and show us who's right here. I have never had one of them let me do that. Never. One old man ran as fast as he could off my porch. So that's just my suggestion, is that if you don't have time to sit down and talk about what I just said, I really mean this with all my heart. I believe Jesus will show up, like on Mount Carmel, and they know He might show up. And none of them has ever said, well, fine, let's have a truth encounter here. Christ was not made. That is what it means to be God. May the Lord, in this series, help us to worship